to be ahead of Matteo Ferrari at this point.
Yeah, and obviously the pace up at the front is really slow as a result of all of this fight. And Casadei was around 7/10 faster as Ferrari jumps under Zacconi, sorry, down at turn number 4. Zacconi's already got back under.
Oh, does he? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does not. Oh, Zacconi warrioring that one out there.
He's up for this.
That was gladiatorial. Oh, the grass. He's going grass-tracking. What about that? Hector Garzo called him Flymo. Brilliant stuff.
And here
look, that's Casadei. He's up into fifth place as well. He's got ahead of Kevin Zanoni. And look at it. Any line will do. It's like a lorry out there.
It is indeed. I was just about to say Casadei was 6/10 faster than the leader the last time around. He's making real progress now. Up into fifth. He's got his mojo back.
And Ferrari's got his P2 back. He has at last dismissed Alessandro Zacconi. I tell you what, MotoE, are you sure you want to scrap it? This is brilliant stuff. Through Corone, that comes Zanoni, back on Casadei, so those two are locking horns over 5th and 6th. Zanoni, this is breathless stuff. As I'm sure you can tell, we're coming through turn 13 into 14. Casadei having a look, but that's another one, and that is the number 1. Hector Garzo down and out at turn 14, and I've got to say, Neil, for race 1, that has been coming.
Yeah, that just sums up Hector Garzo's championship defence. Nothing really has gone right for the Spaniard and the number 1 this year, which means we are whittled down to a lead group of 6 as we come across the line. Hector Garzo has his lead up to 0.3 of a second, and let's see what Matteo Ferrari can do in these final 2 laps. He's got a little bit of clear track up ahead. Zacconi is struggling to stay up with his compatriot, and it looks as though Ferrari is reeling in the Brazilian of Eric Granado up ahead.
Where's he going to make the pass, though? You know he's going to have a go somewhere. This is the battle as well in the title race. Casadei versus Balda. They're coming through turns 4 and 5. Zanoni it is who's occupying that 4th place.
Oh, and Granado with a big moment coming out of turn 6. Sorry to cut over you there, Kiko, but the Brazilian on the curbs had it all crossed up, and you can see Ferrari is about to take advantage of that. Is he going to go around the outside?
No, not this time. Casadei's up the inside, though, so what LCRE team machine does move up into P4, and that puts a place between Casadei and Baldassari. Oh, look at Ferrari. That's going up the inside of Tremonto, and he gets that done. Really nice move there. Doesn't cost either himself or Eric Granado too much time, but yeah, Granado, as you said, Neil, big moment coming out of turn 6, and that cost him all his speed, but he's coming back. This is Corone. Hold your breath, and that is one of the passes of the year. Eric Granado is still in this title fight, and he is still willing to lay it all down on the line, ahead of Matteo Ferrari as they come through down towards turn 14. Oh, Constantine is all right up here. 10-wheeler at the front, and Lorenzo Baldassari is just tagging off at the back now of this lead group. I tell you what, if anything goes wrong, Balda will be right there. But we are coming down towards the last corner for the penultimate time of asking, and we have got Eric Granado who leads the way. He's trying to break the slipstream as they come down the straight. Matteo Ferrari there in second, keeping on Zacconi, Casadei and Zanoni who complete the top 5. Casadei into turn 1 a bit hot, but he gathers it up.
Yeah, Casadei again 6/10 faster than Eric Granado up in the front. Keep your eye on number 40 on this last lap. I think he's going to attack Alessandro Zacconi down into turn 4. If he gets a decent run here, he's maybe just a bit too far back, and look at the bikes moving as they break down in towards this turn 4 hairpin. Granado just about staying ahead as of the moment, but he looks like he is on the ragged edge.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling for grip here, Neil. I've got to say, Eric Granado doesn't look at one with the bike either. Down across turn 7, it's already taken as 1, but Granado riding a very defensive race at the moment. Casadei through into P3 for the moment. Zacconi is trying to come to. That's so important for the title there. Mattia Casadei is looking to try and take points out of your championship leader, and at the moment, Casadei is doing so. We're at Tremonto. Let's take one big deep breath and go for it through the final couple of sectors. Granado it is who leads. Matteo Ferrari. Ferrari is in the slipstream. Anything you can do, I will do better. And that is a repeat of what we saw a lap ago. Did Ferrari go on the green? No, I think he was all right. Ferrari leads then through turn 13. Granado, you know what's coming. He's going to let the brakes off if he can, but he can't. Good move from Matteo Ferrari. Boxing clever then through 14. The short burst through 15. It's all about corner speed through here, and if you have got a chance to make a pass into the last corner, you can maybe get it done. Eric Granado couldn't. Matteo Ferrari is going to lead them to the line. Is he going to lead over the line? Yes, he is. Matteo Ferrari gets the victory at home for the Grassini Racing team. Granado a fine second, and Matteo Casadei from 10th on the grid comes good for P3. Zacconi, your championship leader, loses points to Casadei. Zanoni 5th. Balder comes through from 13th to complete your top half dozen. What a MotoE race. That is a classic. And the title race goes to Portugal, and we're still none the wiser of who is the favourite for this one.
Yeah, there'll be a few names less in the championship fight going into the final round, but what a race that was. Kiko, you absolutely called it right. One of the races of the season without question in MotoE. How close do you like your racing? The top 5 riders in the championship this year, covered by just over 7/10 of a second, and Matteo Ferrari with a brilliant race-winning overtake through Carboni on the final lap. What a way to win your home Grand Prix and to properly get yourself back in the championship after the disappointment of Barcelona 1 week ago.
Fantastic stuff from Matteo Ferrari. That is how you win a MotoE race. That is how it's done. Eric Granado perhaps shooting his shot a bit too early at Carbone on the penultimate lap, and I think Matteo Ferrari would have been wise to that and would have thought, you know what, on the last lap I might just do the same to you. The thing is here at Misano, turn 14 is where you want to be leading, and Matteo Ferrari was so intelligent down there, blocked the line. He didn't need to go ultra defensive, he just needed to park his bike exactly where Eric Granado wanted to be. He did just that, and a very fine defensive ride from your eventual race winner. Eric Granado still in title contention, takes 7 points out of Alessandro Zacconi's championship lead, and I reckon he is now just 18 back and within striking distance as we go to Portugal. Yeah, the championship has taken so many swings and turns here at Misano. Zacconi will take a 5-point lead into the final round ahead of this rider here. What a ride that was from Casadei, coming through from 10th up into 3rd. He was absolutely charging late on, no doubt helped by some of the scrapping up ahead, but he took full advantage of that. A brilliant recovery ride from the former world champion. He is just 5 points back off the championship summit, and with Ferrari and Baldassarri 12 points behind, we've got 4 riders with a really realistic chance of lifting the MotoE World Championship trophy above their heads in Portugal in November. We still have mathematically 7 riders in it, but really it is mathematical only for Nicolas Spinelli and Andrea Mantovani. They are a bit far away. Eric Granado not so. He's 18 points away. Look at that. That is the big moment coming through turn 6, Neil, as you said. But look at Granado's reaction. Straight away defensive and just holds on. Yeah, absolutely. This was on the last lap, and to be honest, I think it's a brilliant job that Granado made it to the checkered flag, because he was right on the ragged edge throughout that race. So many moments when I thought he's going down here, and he managed to just about bring it back. But this was the overtake that won the race for Matteo Ferrari, an overtake fit to win any race into Carbone. That takes some serious bravery. It takes some serious minerals as well, I believe. Eric Granado did that to him earlier on in the race. Al, what a race. Some thoughts from you down in pit lane?
Yeah, Matteo's just come into pit lane. There's the big Gresini/Matteo Ferrari fan club one level above the garages here, and every overtake that Matteo was making, there was screams and shouts and jubilation from there, which is great seeing. He's just come into pit lane. Don't know if you can see it on your screens, I don't think you can, and did a massive burnout as well. A fantastic victory, a special one, of course, for Gresini on home turf. That's one way to get heat into the MotoE Michelins, that's for sure. But what about it? What about it? Matteo Ferrari, through all the drama at the start of this year, moves into P3 in the championship standings. There's Nadia Padovani, the team owner down there to congratulate him. He's only 12 points off, Neil. You could not write this MotoE script in 2025. Yeah, and incredibly, that's his 7th victory in MotoE at this Misano World Circuit. He won races here in 19, 20, 21, and 22, as well as now 2025, and he's got himself back into the championship picture while he's at it. And I make it's his 4th win from P5 on the grid, so maybe Matteo Ferrari qualifying middle of the 2nd row, he'll sign for it at the start of the weekend. There's the celebrations. Look at Matteo Ferrari and Eric Granado. They really did lock horns, and you can see the celebrations down there. Matteo Casadei, he'll just be relieved to have got to the end of that one. It was a dramatic
qualified for him, but P3 nonetheless.
I think that's a certain Kevin Schwantz watching on just in the back of our shot. It is indeed, just behind Elliot York. And I wonder what the 1993 500cc world champion made of that. I'm sure Kevin would have loved to have been right in the middle with his elbows out.
I did see him have a bottle of water there. If he doesn't mind just whizzing that round to the comms box with the defibrillator, that would be greatly appreciated. What about it? There is just no words to describe MotoE 2025. It has been absolutely fantastic all the way through this. It's been a real roller coaster season, and it is fitting that the last ever MotoE World Championship will go to the last round of the year. Kevin Schwantz, your 1993 500cc World Champion, MotoGP legend and Hall of Famer. He really is enjoying motorcycle racing here at Misano of all kinds, and particularly MotoE. That would have definitely got his attention, and I am sure, as you could see, he is as popular as ever, but I am sure he would like to come and see the finale in Portugal in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I mean, there was a brilliant race too in Barcelona a week ago, Kiko, but I think that was the best MotoE race of the year so far, just in terms of drama and the championship picture changing lap on lap. Goodness me, it's just as well we've got 2 months to get our breath back for the final round of the year.
Yeah, I might be going to have another lie down in the medical centre now. I'm going to start to call them on first name terms if we carry on like this throughout 2025. What a fantastic end to Sprint Saturday then, and we are going to get ready to hear from the podium, and let's start in P3. He came from the 4th row of the grid. Mattia Casadei is only 5 points off the championship lead. Remarkable.
Mattia, 4th row of the grid to the podium. That felt like a fantastic ride. You must be pleased with that. And to close back in on the championship as well is really important.
Yeah, it's really important. I want this, and this morning we struggled a little bit, but in my mind I don't give up, and this is the result for the team and for me. Now we can only push to the maximum for in Portimao for bring at home this championship, and I'm very happy to do the podium here in Misano because it's my home race, and I love this circuit. The atmosphere is amazing. It's since 2019 for my first year in MotoE that I do podium here, and it's amazing. I'm very happy.
Great ride, Mattia. Well done. Thank you.
Mattia Casadei is still in this title fight. Neil, 5 points between himself and Alessandro Zacconi, and this was a big podium to take off Alessandro as well.
Yeah, massive moment to overtake for 3rd place on the last lap on Zacconi, because he obviously deprived his compatriot of 4 points, and got those 4 extra points to himself as well into the bargain. So an amazing performance, and while it might not be a race win, definitely one of his best performances of the year.
And it really was a fine day for LCRE team. One of the best performances of the year for Mattia Casadei, coming from 10th. Eric Granado, pole and P2, and still in championship contention.
Eric so close to the win. What a battle with Matteo and the others out there. You must be pretty pleased with that, of course, and helpful for the championship as well, heading to Portimao. Talk us through it.
Yes, it was a crazy race. I understand a lot in the race 1 what I need to do in race 2. To be honest, I was too cautious, to don't mistakes in the first race, especially in the first laps, and I've lost the gap to Zacconi, and then I fighted a lot with Mantovani, and now in the race 2 I say no, I need to be more focused on the first laps, warm up the tire well and put my rhythm, and I did that. I tried my maximum from the first to the last lap. I had a little mistake on turn 6. Unfortunately, I arrived on the curb with too much angle, and then the bike moved. I have lost some time there. Maybe I had a little gap on this moment that I could take it to the end, but finally Matteo overtook me in the last lap. I tried the maximum in the last 4 corners, but it was not possible. He did a great race, so it was a nice battle. So I'm so happy with this result. Race 1 I was a little bit disappointed, but now I did my maximum. 2nd position was the best, so I take it, and we go for the last race that for sure will be amazing. And as always, I need to say in Portuguese, foi uma corrida muito disputada. Eu aprendi muito na corrida 1, o que eu tinha que fazer na corrida 2, o que faltou para mim. Fui pouco mais decidido no começo da prova. Assumi a liderança, tentei colocar meu ritmo. Infelizmente tive um pequeno erro na curva 6, eu cheguei na zebra um pouquinho inclinada demais, a moto balançou e eu perdi a pequena distância que eu tinha. Mas tá bom, fiz o meu máximo, tentei o máximo que eu pude defender ali com o Matteo. com Ferrari, mas ele fez uma corrida muito boa também, o nível tá muito alto e é isso aí, bora pra última etapa, fazer o máximo e finalizar aí do melhor possível. É isso aí, obrigado pela torcida, tamo junto, valeu.
Great job, Eric.
Thank you.
Well done to Eric Granado, P2 and P1 in terms of the length of interviews we've had in Parc-Fermé all year. But Eric Granado, look at this. He was absolutely bouncing through up the inside. This was to take the lead earlier on in the race. As you said, Neil, he was lucky not to lose the front and skittle the pair of them there. But P2 at the checkered flag is something that Eric Granado, the Brazilian, will take home back to Brazil and back to Barcelona, of course, where he is. But Matteo Ferrari has delivered the goods. He moves into third in the championship after his latest victory.
Matteo, it's safe to say you love it here at Misano. The home crowd loved it. What a battle with Eric as well. What an overtake for the victory. That must feel pretty special.
Yeah, super special this victory because in race one I tried to do my best, but at the beginning I struggled a little bit with the grip on the rear, so I was 7 and it was difficult to overtake. In race 2 we did a really great job because from yesterday we tried to find something on the bike, and in race 2 we did it, so thank you a lot to my team because every time they continue to work, and in this category it's very difficult to make the difference, so in this race we did a fantastic job. Really great battle with Eric, a lot of overtakes in the Curvone with this bike is crazy to enter into, so respectful, super happy about this, and now we think to Portimao.
Go enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Ciao guys.
He's thinking in Portimao. He's thinking in trying to take the title. Neil, talk us through this pass, because a lap before I'd said that it was overtake of the season for Eric Granado. Matteo Ferrari, well, he's put his money where his mouth is there. Brilliant move.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Just got super drive coming out of Tremonto, and you feel that Eric Granado was maybe just struggling with rear tyre life right at the end. And Ferrari was actually inside him and up ahead by the time they were turning in. Granado knew that he could not turn in any further. So there was a Grassini bike just to his right. But Grassini team, goodness me, have they had a season across all the categories. Yet again, just proving their worth. Some fantastic shots there. Look at Zacconi on the inside of the curve at Curvone.
I hope we haven't just shot Alessandro Zacconi for going on the green, you know, there. I know they won't be looking necessarily on the